What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching Car Inside. It's a new week here on iRacing. CFix heads to the virtual iRacing Super Speedway, formerly known as Coca-Cola Speedway, for all of you guys that are OG fans of Papyrus Racing. NASCAR 2003 season, got into iRacing because of that, much like myself. I always enjoyed this track when it came to the Papyrus games, and it's fun here on iRacing. Hot lap is coming here on lap number 2. We're using the generic settings that iRacing has provided us. 12-to-1 steering ratio, good old +9 offset, 65% brake bias. It makes no difference. Hot lap is coming on lap number 2. Going to run the top as soon as you get out of the pits, and kind of just take it a little easy on lap number 1. Well, I say take it easy, but you're going to be full throttle, just trying to turn that wheel as little as possible. Try not to scrub any speed. Don't want to use any more tire than you have to, and just set yourself up for the second lap. And as you can see here, this is our second lap. It is the hot lap. I scrubbed the apron just the slightest there, probably lost a tenth or so. Our hot lap is a 50.359. I think you can see somewhere down around the 3.1s, 3.2s this week. But this is the lap I'm going to show because it's not too critical when it comes to here. You're going to have a lot of laps around that range. So just kind of show you guys a baseline of what to do here to turn a hot lap. But coming on your first lap, going into turn number 3, I was running the top about a lane off the wall. Here you got all these seams that you can look at. We're about the second seam off the wall. You can see we're really using the downhill slope here to kind of carry our speed. Just could not replicate this much speed on the first lap, so that's why our hot lap's on lap number 2. Running one lane off the wall, kind of aim a little toward the wall, and then when you get here to this little blue box, it's kind of going to be the point where you start turning in, and you just want to keep the wheel as straight as possible and just aim for this yellow line. You really want to use, as you can look here, you can see the banking going downhill. You want to use that slope to gain as much speed as you can and aim toward that yellow line while turning the wheel as little as possible. The wheel is actually going to get very light here. Get your left side tires down under this seam as close to that yellow line as you can, and you're going to start turning. Well, I say turning, but you're going to stop turning and drive up off the yellow line here around the point where you start seeing the iRacing sign and this big globe here, this ball, whatever it is. You're going to drive about 1, 2, 3 seams off the bottom, and that's just kind of letting the truck taper outward, not scrubbing any speed, and then slowly, without turning the wheel or turning it as little as possible, slightly work your way outwards toward the wall just so we can carry momentum and drop back down into turn number 3. Same thing as turn number 1, this blue box here. Turn downhill. Don't clip the apron like I did. We were so close there to not clipping it. Just barely, just the slightest hesitation. It probably cost me a tenth. I would say we could have been around 0.34 flat or something if not for that, but the same thing is coming off turn number 2 around the blue box, just about 3 lanes off the bottom, and then slowly just letting the truck taper back down toward the bottom and just using the banking to go down toward the yellow line there. And that's a 50.359. Typical Super Speedway racing this week. Runs at iRacing Super Speedway are going to be tremendous, even more so than you're going to get at Daytona and Talladega. Going to be a lot harder to bump draft and to push here this week. It's going to be, you're going to rely on your own runs and the draft. You're going to have to be a lot more selfish this week when it comes to iRacing Super Speedway. I believe it's going to be a lot harder to use teamwork. I mean, you can do that, but it races a little different than most other super speedways, so I think it provides a whole new element. And of course, the mainstay element for all these super speedways, which is survival, just trying to survive. Like I said, I qualified generically on the well, I have it up to 16-to-1. I was trying 16-to-1 after I tried the 12-to-1, and I just couldn't replicate my lap with that, so we done 12-to-1. But for the race, I'll probably just use 16-to-1. Seems like that's always the trend that I go with. But This week should be fun, and if you plan on avoiding these super speedways, I'm actually going to be working on a B fixed video for this week. Seems like Chicagoland's a very popular track when it comes to the B cars, so I've had a couple recommendations from people that wants me to do the B fixed video this week, so I'm going to give that a shot, and you guys can hop over there, check that out. Be sure to hit the like button on this video and that one. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate all the support that you guys give here on Car Inside. Sorry for the lack of content here lately. Been very busy in our day-to-day lives and not been racing any. I haven't ran an official race in a couple weeks, but hope to change that this week. We'll see how that goes as the week goes on. But hopefully we'll see you guys back out there on the track and have more content here on Car Inside other than just these qualifying breakdowns. But as always, thanks for the support. Thanks for watching Car Inside. We'll see you guys next time.